right, welcome everybody. We are here to discuss township business. Today is April 3rd. And please silence your phones if you have a problem. We're all going to stand for the pledge. Please allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, first order of business is minutes from our last meeting on March 6, 2025. Did you get a chance to look over? Any additions or corrections? You want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to suspend the reading, accept approval.
I'll second the motion.
John?
Yes.
Sue? Yes.
Mr. Brenner will not be with us today because he is on vacation. He will be back for the next meeting. Move forward with the fiscal officer report.
And not much today, but we do need, we have the gift letter for Memory Restoration Society for the roof. If the trustees can sign, and
Yes.
if you sign two of them, we'll keep the rest one, you can keep the rest one. Next thing I have is there was a change order from the road project last year. It was actually less, the billing was less than what they quoted. So I had to have Brian sign the change order, and then I need a resolution accepting the change. And it was reduced from 339,000 down to 323. So anytime with any kind of change, we have to do a resolution accepting it.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Forgot your places out there.
I know. I keep trying to remember it, you know.
Okay. Take it up.
Yes, the rest of the stuff I'm sure is on the list for the road, the big road.
Yes, I have,
Okay.
we'll have a resolution for that, and we'll have a resolution, we'll accept the bid for
That's all I have.
the excavator. Okay. Any
I'll make a
questions?
motion to accept the physical officer report.
I'll second.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay, we'll move down to officials' reports. Cemetery section is not here. Tim Bennett's here. Tim, you got a report for us?
Things are busy at the school. Got something in there 5-6 nights a week every week. I'll be glad when all the practices are done.
Yeah, that should be coming due pretty soon, though.
Yeah, and end of April, they start dropping out, so that's done. And are you doing a report on the Civic Center? Because I was kind of wondering about the timeline on what's going on there.
Yeah, we will, we'll get to that.
Okay, I don't
Well,
know.
we can talk about it right now. That we're gonna have, that's gonna go out for bid.
Okay,
So I will take care of the bid process, and I would think we have to have at least 30 days notice, so it's gonna be probably July, August.
oh, because Matt told me not to rent it after St. Patrick's Day.
Right. Well, we had a couple of residents wanting to rent it, and they're kind of late. One was Carol, who lives on Frost Road.
Carolyn, no?
Yeah, I don't want to mention last name.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So, she's kind of in limbo right now, but I told, I said, there's nothing really I could do. I really don't want to put anybody in there.
Okay, because I got another call, and you told me to keep track of the ones that we lose. And we've lost one rental from not renting it, and it's coming up in a couple Saturdays, and that's already rented. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's for a celebration of life. I'm like, I can't do it.
Well, whatever ones that we get, whatever ones we had to turn down, Tim, give me a list of those, and we'll see if we can get the insurance company to pay us for
Okay.
loss of use on it.
Well, with her, there's two.
Okay.
So I'll just write down their names and the dates and get them to you so you can turn it in.
Good deal. Anything else?
But we're still not renting it until it happens,
No, I think we talked about that at last meeting. I don't think it would be worth for us to put ourselves in
okay,
jeopardy with that, so.
okay. So it stands, we got that one.
Yeah. So the Boy Scouts should be out of there pretty soon, and I would imagine soccer
And baseball and, Aurora soccer.
right, so.
The one guy that rents it during the day, but he doesn't make a mess. Like, I wish he would rent it every day. He goes
It's a
in
guy
there.
with equipment.
Yeah, you don't even know he's in there.
Yeah, right.
So I have next, I just got a call on the way here from a lady that rents it all the time. And she said, can I rent it next Saturday? And I go, well, I got a dinner in there on Friday night. I got something in there on Sunday. I go, I don't know if I can squeeze you in there or not. She goes, I would love you forever if you squeeze me in there because it's for a celebration of life with my dad. I had it scheduled for outside and I'm watching the weather and it's going to be cold and it's going to be raining. So because I've rented to her before, I'm like, it's not a problem. I'm like, I'll get you in there, give you the key, she pays cash every time. And I'm like, I'll make it work. So we're going to squeeze her in next Saturday.
Any questions?
Nope.
All right.
Good job as always.
Thank you.
Sheriff's Department, of course, Brian, Matt, and I are here. We will be discussing the resolution for the chip and seal projects this year, so that'll be coming up. Zoning inspector,
He did, he wrote, he's writing violations on Mantua Center Road for multiple campers. Nero's renter has been ill, but he started cleaning up. He's getting many phone calls and he is trying to figure out how to initiate House Bill 315 violations.
yeah, and that's where it's going to be a misdemeanor instead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wish it was here, we could discuss it. Of course, everybody knows that House Bill 315 is in effect today.
Today.
So
Yes.
there's a lot of stuff coming down, and we'll be discussing it throughout the year. So, zoning commission, no one here. Chambers here today. Carol.
Yep. Okay, let me find my notes. This is probably going to be a little bit longer than usual report. There are two parts to it. One is the business meeting for the chamber, and the other is chamber met at the Portage County Regional Airport last Thursday. That was really interesting and kind of a surprise, so that's going to be the second part of what I tell you about. Okay, two scholarship applications have been received. I think that's correct in my notes. And Chamber is preparing a welcome package for newcomers. The garage sale, which has usually been in the summer, has been coordinated. It's going to be coordinated with Garrettsville, and I don't know the date for that, and I don't think Randy said what the date was. But instead of having, you know, the Chamber garage sale that just sort of roamed around the whole township and then some, and then Garrettsville at a different time. We're doing it all at once. In the village, the acronym is DORA, and it's outside drinking available. They've been working on that for a while, and DMRC is interested in that also. That's being worked out for Main Street from Italiano's to the corner of Prospect and Main, and then south to the Granary, so that during farmers markets and that sort of thing, people could carry a drink and walk down there. In May, the meeting will be devoted to political updates. So, John, make your notes. That would be for Mantua and Shanersville Townships and the village. It's just an information meeting. That will be, the location for that hasn't been announced yet. I'm not sure where they'll do that. Well, I dusted that off pretty quick.
Any information on that, you can just email us.
Yeah, I will. Okay. Okay, and then for the airport, the manager is Robert Hardigan, who is quite personable and who left a position at Cleveland Hopkins Airport. And I get people, he said people ask him why, and he said, well, you know, their 10-year plan has been sitting there for 10 years. So that nothing was happening with that, and he had a chance to come to Portage County, and it sounds as if a lot is going on. The first thing he did was point out the location, which is right in the center of the triangle between Cleveland, Warren, Youngstown, and Akron, Canton. With the Turnpike and 76 available for travel. So there are a lot of good things about it. There are no motels in Mantua or in Shanersville, but Kent and Ravenna aren't that far away. The location is good because people can come in, and get out in a day. And he mentioned something that happened on January 4th. A private jet showed up, like a business jet. 4 people were in it. They were interested. They were visiting a location in the Youngstown area related to aluminum, I think. So, you know, the location is really good. Let's see. There are 226 acres in the airport. The runway is 3,200 feet long. It will accommodate private and business jets. And people who are concerned about the noise from the jets, that the noise level is controlled by law to 85 decibels. And when I was still racing at Nelson Ledges, there was a big flap about noise restrictions. Cars couldn't be above 95 decibels. So this, he said that the jet engine sound for that is about like a hairdryer. So that's good. Let's see. There's a flight school at the airport now, fairly new. Their National Guard does training exercises there with helicopter practice, and Mr. Hardigan appreciates that because the helicopters scare the deer away from the runways. And let's see, they have fuel facilities, they have a lot of fuel facilities and hangars for private planes. There's also a paint shop. I didn't think about that, but you know, there's a paint shop. Six Custom Aviation is the proper name of the paint shop. Those are the high points. You know, there was a lot, and I had I didn't have Mr. Hardigan's name properly in my notes, so I went to the website. And does anybody here have a pilot's license? Take a look at the Portage County Regional Airport website. That is, you know, we're used to looking at websites for restaurants and various things. That website is for professionals. There are maps, there are, you know, there's information about the elevation, runway lengths, all kinds of things. It was an eye-opener. Very interesting. You know, if you're ever rattling around with nothing to do, that it's worth checking out. So, and two of the commissioners were there, Sabrina and a man that I don't recognize. I'm not that familiar with the county commissioners. But it just sounds as if, regardless of what the airport has been in the past, just sort of tucked away there and with nobody knowing much about it, it sounds like it's going to be quite a lively place. You know, somebody asked about restaurant facilities, and that's another whole game, and they're not going to worry about that. He said the coffee's free, but it's terrible. We use it to crack seal at the end of the day. So that's it.
Good. Well, I'm glad the airport is coming alive. I know I served on the airport authority for 4 years.
Yeah, yeah.
But we never could get out of our own way over there. It's just,
Well, it sounds as if that's changed.
yeah. You got a manager there now.
Yeah.
So that's a different story.
Yeah.
We used to run it as a board, but
Yeah. They're open 8 till 4 or 4:30, I think 5 days a week. That would be on the website. But like I said, he's personable, and he came here because it sounded to him as if this was a place where he could actually do something. So that's good. And it's, there is a runway project for $1.95 million, I think, with federal funds. I wrote that down and forgot to mention it. Let me get that, because that's important. Well, it's important enough that I can't put it in my notes. I'm not going to.
it's probably a grant from the FAA.
Yeah, it's an FAA grant, and that if I remember correctly, that will be done by the end of next year, this year or next.
Great. Thanks, Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions for Carol? Anyone? Thank you, Chris. We will move on, I think. We covered everything. Yeah, before we get to you, we had this advertised. We're going to open it anyway, so let's do this. Okay, we have two bids. One is from Rhonda Alger, who is a resident of the township. And her bid is $41,251.
Even.
Oh, sorry. What did I say?
$41,257.
Okay. So Ron's bid is $41,257. And we also have another bid from Kevin Barker.
Mays and Sons Plumbing.
I'm sorry.
Kevin Barber, he's my CEO. It should be Mays and Sons Plumbing.
Yes, Mayors and Sons Plumbing, yes. And that is for $40,000
Okay.
at one penny.
Yeah, congratulations there, guys.
Yeah, and thank you so much for bidding that.
Oh, no problem, guys. I appreciate it. Good luck.
Very much, thank you, but again, these will probably have to be compared by the prosecutor's office. So,
No problem.
thank you for bidding, I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. And we'll need to make a resolution to accept that, so I'll read this long-winded resolution here. So resolution number, you will take care of that. What is the resolution number for that? Okay. So this is going to be a resolution accepting winning seal bid for the unneeded township equipment, which is a 2014 Case Mini Excavator, dated April 3rd, 2025. Whereas the Mantua Township trustees deemed it necessary and in the township's best interest to sell a 2014 Case Mini Excavator at sealed bid, whereas the township, in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 505.10, advertised for sealed bid for the 2014 Case Mini Excavator on 2 separate occasions in the Portage County Record Courier and on the Mantua Township Facebook page. Whereas the township trustees received sealed bids at public meeting on April 3rd, 2025 at 6 p.m. at the Mantua Township Town Hall. Whereas the bids were publicly opened and read aloud at the time, and whereas after careful review and evaluation of the submitted bids, Board of Trustees, Mantua Township has determined that the bid submitted by Rhonda Alger in the amount of $41,257.00.
Correct.
And is the lowest bidder and the best responsive and
Highest bidder.
Highest bidder.
why do I have those? You gotta change that to the highest bid, highest and best responsive and responsible bid, meeting all specifications and requirements as set forth in the bid document. Will you change that?
I will.
Whereas the Board of Trustees find that accepting the bid from Rhonda Alger is the best interest of the township and its residents. Now therefore, it is resolved by the Board of Trustees of Mantua Township that the bid submitted by Rhonda Alger in the amount of $41,257 for the 2014 Case Mini Excavator hereby accepted. Township, Section 2, the Township Fiscal Officer hereby authorized and directed to enter into a contract with Rhonda Alger for the 214 Case Mini Excavator in accordance with the terms and conditions set forth in the bid documents and subject to the approval of Township Legal Counsel. That the Board finds and determines that all forms of action the Board's concerned and relating to the adoption of this resolution were taken in an open meeting of the Mantua Township trustees, and that all deliberations of this Board and any of its committees that requested in those formal actions were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon adoption. And do I get a motion?
Okay, motion to accept that. Yes, motion to accept. Rhonda Alger.
And I'll second the motion.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Thank you, Rhonda, where we are.
What was the resolution?
37-25.
Okay, great. Very good. You're pretty spot on there. Right? Okay, we're going to move to bike races. Nick is with us today. You want to take the floor, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So, just to start off with, just a quick recap. So last year we did one race, that was in September. Came out very well, so for being a first year event, we had 101 registrations. Of those registrations, there were riders from 7 different states, which is a little crazy to think. So we had people from like Michigan, Pennsylvania, Indiana, we even had like North Carolina. There's people from all over the place. Included in that 101 registration was 20 novice racers, so people that are kind of new to the sport, which is really what we're focused on, is how to get people out and get people connected and start building the sport, building the activity. So very exciting to see and looking to continue to grow that. So heading into 2025, we're looking to expand into a 3-race series. So racers would come out and they'd compete in hopefully all 3 of the races, and at the end of that series, we'd hand out prizes for the entire series. So, you can win the race one day, and then, maybe I come in second the next one, then maybe I come in third, but overall, I wound up being the best out of everyone. And so, when you think of watching like the Tour de France or something like that, they race every day, and then they give you your cumulative time. So we're going to do basically the same thing, just broken out. Not back-to-back days. So we're going to do 3 different races, one in June, one in August, one in September, to allow people to get out there, race kind of different times of year. And so it should be really, really exciting. There's been a lot of great response. Following the event last year, sent out a survey to all the participants, asked them for feedback. A lot of positive feedback. The one piece of feedback that we got was, hey, it'd be better if we were on a Sunday instead of a Saturday, because the gravel pits are still open on Saturday, which I didn't realize. So we did shift to Sundays for this year, so that way we can avoid all of that traffic with the cement trucks and so forth. But other than that, that's kind of what that looks like. And I wanted to give you guys, these are the medals that we're giving out to people. So first place, second place, third place. We're going to give you guys a full set so you guys can have that as well. And so we're going to do something very similar this year. So we opted for getting nice wood medals made that, it's not plasticky junk that someone's just going to throw away. So they're all customized and so we're going to do something very similar again this year. And then for the series championship, we're going to actually get wooden trophies made for folks. So some cool stuff.
So, are you going to do the same thing with the sheriff's department and your staff at the intersections?
Yes.
Church, is that, what time do you think that the races will start?
I'm going to coordinate with them to make sure that we're clear of church activity.
Yeah, well, church activity is normally
It wraps up by 12.
9:30 to.
They're out of there by 12.
Coming in, probably wouldn't be early leaving would be, because this place is pretty much filled. And we'll definitely make sure we talk to the church about the dates.
Yep.
But I'm sure there'll be more.
Are you going to put up signs ahead of time again?
Yep.
Prior to it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and I pulled down all the signs from last year to reuse,
Okay.
although we shifted dates, so I'll get some of those made.
Did we get a hold harmless?
We did
We got
last
that
year.
right?
No, last year.
Last year. Yeah, as we get closer to the races this year, they'll send
That's
you
fine.
the insurance waivers, yeah.
So, yeah, we're happy to have it where we are. I will let Mr. Benner know that you were here. Any questions for?
No, I thought it was really nice last year. I did come down.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to tell you about a 70-year-old woman. Was she 70 or 72 that raced last year? Unbelievable. Just amazing. So you have ages from young up into their 70s.
Well, 70 isn't really that old.
No, if you saw their lease lines, oh my God.
Why do I say that?
Did you watch any of that?
The races?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come to my yard there, and they come over that hill, and they have motorcycle escorts on the heats. So these heats are not going by themselves, they
Right.
have motorcycle escorts. And oh my.
Some of them guys, they ride faster than the motorcycle.
They can
Very
get
good,
close,
very
they can
good.
get close.
I
yeah.
mean,
So, if you're so kind to send us some pictures,
Yeah.
put them on the board, and those go to the fair.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
And
Definitely.
whatever we can do, let us know.
We'll do it.
I appreciate you coming by, and we're all good to go.
John,
Yes, ma'am.
70 looks younger all the time, doesn't it?
Every year.
It does.
Yeah, so does 80.
I just couldn't believe her, she was
So-
just.
So, you know, it's the new 40, Carol. You know that. Anyway, anybody have any questions for them?
Do they need bathrooms?
Do they need to bring their own?
So we brought, we had porta potties dropped off last time, so they came out and dropped them off, picked them up same day, I think.
Well, we have one available there behind the garage. And if it gets too crowded, we have one over at the cemetery.
Okay, fair enough.
So if they're behind bikes, they can get there fast.
Yep, that they can.
All right, well, thank you. I don't think I have any more. What's the first date?
June 22nd.
22nd?
We got some time.
We'll be in attendance.
Awesome, looking forward to it. I appreciate it.
They do races all over the place.
You're working on it, yep.
I mean, on the Facebook page, they just have an Easter one.
Yep, there's an Easter one coming up.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, sir.
Very
Appreciate it
professional.
much.
Thank you,
Well
appreciate it.
organized.
Okay, well, we'll see you there.
Thank you so much, take care.
So, we did, your package, we did have a invoice from Barnes for the rest of that. So we need to get, we have to, another long one. So we have to make a resolution for the Portage County engineers to get the chip and seal projects underway. Julia, did you look this over?
I did,
And the prices,
yes.
are we okay?
We're,
Before we do this,
I looked at it after they sent it over, and from what I understand, it might not be some of those roads.
yeah, so we just need to make this, from what I look at, we just need to make this resolution to get these bids
To get it
advertised and then open
And when we're gonna open them.
on the first.
Right, so it's by 4/11 to 4/18 for the advertising.
And you're gonna write.
Yeah, I got it. And by 1, our next meeting, I wasn't sure if it was May 1st.
And so, just to make it public, what is the total for the,
John, I did not bring that. You know,
I don't, it's not on the,
I want to say 234,000, but I printed it off and left it in the printer.
well, this resolution, according to,
So opening the bid, this is just
yeah,
opening the bid.
right,
Yeah,
right. No, it's not on here, and the engineer's office accepted this resolution, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read the resolution.
okay.
Mantua Township Board of Trustees met in a regular public meeting at Mantua Township Town Hall on April 3rd, 2025 to discuss chip and seal projects for 2025. Present were Trustee John Testa, Trustee Susan Lilly, Fiscal Officer Julia Pemberton, and Township Assistant Michelle You need to put Susan's first name in there, please. I already had her last name. Resolution number
38-25.
Resolution number 38-25, trustee John Festa made a motion to authorize Portage County engineers to prepare a bid book and set bid openings and advertisement dates below for Mantua Center Road from State Route 82 to Geauga County line, Mennonite Road from Peck Road to Vaughn Road, Winchell Road from Sheldon Road to Mantua Center, and Winchell Road from Mantua Center Road to the Aurora line. Advertising dates, April 11th through April 18th. Bid opening date is May 1st, 2025.
And that amount you were looking for was $294,173. 294,173.15.
So the engineer's estimate on the projects as read is $294,173.15. And John Festa made the motion. I will need a second.
Second.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
And then you have yours on the bottom there, Julia.
Yep.
So that states, I, Julia Pemberton, fiscal officer, Mantua Township, do hereby certify that the above resolution 38-25 is a true and accurate copy as it appears in the record of proceedings of Mantua Township, Portage County, Ohio 44255. Julia A. Pemberton will sign that, and Mantua Township fiscal officer dated 4/3/2025. All right, now. We have two bids for the school lane property for a roof. We have a bid from Terry. Is it just you, Terry Vaughn?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Okay,
it's my crew.
okay. So Terry Vaughn gave us,
The name.
I'm not gonna be good.
He was looking for the name of your company.
was there a name of the company or just you?
No.
You're going to be Terry Ryan?
Yeah.
Roofer. Good enough. And so Terry bid, should I read out all three of these?
Yeah.
So Terry bid for the roof, the house itself, $8,568.15. Plus dumpster. The dumpster will be
Under 460.
$226.50.
No, the dumpster will be under 466. If you do just one roof, it's about 410, because it's a smaller dumpster. If you do both roofs,
You have that on here, Terry?
Yeah, it says 466. My scribbles might not be right.
Oh, it's about,
Real time.
I know.
So it's 8,000.
It's the
plus the
$8,568.15 plus the dumpster at $460.
Yeah, say $400. It's easy that way.
What's the option? Use existing drip,
Yeah, the drip edge on the house is good. There's nothing
save
wrong.
220.
Yes.
So we're not, you're just gonna, for the 85, 68, 15, it's gonna.
Yeah, that's everything new.
Yeah, let's not, yeah.
Yeah, that's everything
Don't
new.
confuse.
Plus
So,
the dumpster.
right, so far we're at 85.
No, you're more.
Well,
You need more.
Yeah.
so- Hold on. So far, we're at 85, 68, 15 plus $466.
Just, yeah, say $400.
It's right in there.
Because-
Well, let's just use what you got.
Yeah, okay, use the high one.
466. And then Terry also has the price for the garage, which is a pretty big garage. And that price came in at $4581.68 plus.
No dumpster, because we would use the dumpster on the other one.
So let's add these three up. Terry's complete bid is $8568.15 plus $466 for the dumpster plus $4581.68 for the garage, for the total of
$14,081.83.
How many squares is that?
Oh, gee, I don't know, it's, I
14,000.
think the house was
Oh,
23, and I don't know what the garage was. The garage is pretty big.
You're replacing a residence also?
I'm sorry, what?
You're replacing a residence also?
Oh, yeah.
Terry did the civic center for us. We also have another bid for Barnes Roofing. Okay, Barnes Roofing came in for the house. Total with the same, and I can read it. Everything Terry actually gave me respect, so that's what we did on this roof. Remove roofing on entire house. Actually, that's got 2 roofs on it, so that's the reason. All additions, bay window, and generator house. Remove old chimney flashing and flanges. Inspect and nail decking. Install ice and water shield 3 feet up from gutter line. Install ice and water shield 3 foot in valleys. Install ice and water shields up and around chimneys. Install ice and water shield 1.5 feet on sidewalls. Install new synthetic felt barrier to all decking. Install new stack flanges. Install new chimney flashings. Install new white wide stick drip edge on all rake edges. Install Oni's cornering dimensional series shingles. Install new bridge ventilations. Install new hip and bridge cap. Seal all areas needed. Barnes will clean up and haul out all the debris. Any wood needed will be $65 per sheet installed. This is just for the house, and it is $15,700. Now, for the barn, the barn, actually everything that I just read, and that is $5,950. So what's the total on that?
$21,650.
And Terry's was
$14,081.83.
Any questions? Make a motion to have Terry Ronner install the roof at 11715 School Lane Mantua, Ohio, 44255.
Thank you.
Both buildings.
I'm sorry.
Is that both buildings, right? Okay, just making sure.
We're gonna
Did you
send-
lease that house only?
Well, that's,
Okay.
We're doing the house and the garage?
Yes,
Okay.
second.
John?
yes,
Sue?
Yes,
good job, Terry.
congratulations.
I hope you make a couple bucks on it.
Like I
Because
said,
he came
I'm
up,
gonna
he
call
was
Dan.
pretty,
I still want to call Dan fine because on a dumpster, he's typically a lot cheaper than everybody else.
well, don't worry about it. You got accepted, or you can do whatever you want.
You know, it probably has to be in May because right now we're tied up in April.
May is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, thanks.
What was I gonna ask you? Do you need, you didn't have any terms on this? You want,
No, just when it's done, I'll get paid.
okay. Anyway. I have another bid. Terry did not want to bid on it, but we're gonna need this. I had Barnes give me a price on the Civic Center, heating wires for the roof and gutters. So, that needed to be replaced. And his bid is install new strap gutter fasteners because the gutters fell off that one part of the roof. Install new strap gutter fasteners and small piece of downspout to correct damage. Install new 50-foot commercial grade heating cable with thermostat and same gutter and on the roof. Barnes Roofing would clean up and haul out any debris. Brown's Roofing is fully licensed, boarded, bonded, and insured. Before I go any farther, do you guys want me to give another quote?
How much was the rest of
It's really not that much, but we need it.
It's not over. Oh, you guys want to say it?
It's up to you.
I don't think
I think we should just get it done.
we.
I'll make a motion to accept Barnes's bid of $1,350.
Second.
John?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Okay. Done.
Are you done spending money?
Yeah. I'm done reading.
And just sign before
What's this
the
one?
bid, the road bid book.
Okay, other stuff to look at here is. We talked about with Tim that we're going to put the Civic Center flooding project out for bid. I will advertise that. Hopefully we get quite a few. It's going to be expensive, so.
That's insurance, isn't it?
So we're going to do the flooring and we're going to do the basement. The flooring is starting to cut. Problem with the flooring is going to be like, I don't know if we can get the same wood. I have no idea. But whatever it's going to be, it's going to have to be a premium flooring. So that's all I can say. From what I understand, years ago, where they used to have events there, one of the organizations used to actually sand the whole floor down and redo it. And then they told me that it was like thin and they couldn't sand it anymore. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise that we got it before. But anyway, that's where we're at with that.
Have you sourced out the wood yet?
We haven't sourced anything yet. You want to bid on it? More than,
I can find you the wood and find it.
I have all the specifications that I will share with anybody who wants to bid.
You know, I'll look at it. Okay.
That's what we got there. So, a couple other things. We do have the pavilion update, which is the only update.
Well, we're going for the permit,
Yes.
okay, and once we get the permit, we can start anytime. They're just waiting for it to dry out.
Okay. I left everybody with a copy of the plans for the pavilion, and the pavilion itself is, the kit is coming here on May 11th to be delivered. Once we get the permit, then we will be able to install it. Or not install it.
Yeah, we'll do the groundwork.
Right.
Yeah,
So we got some more work to do on it.
yeah, but that can start as soon as we're ready.
Have another sketch that I drew up for the librarians. I had it going vertical. Susan kind of liked the horizontal. So we have until August to make a decision on that. So it's going to be right off of the parking area at the West Lawn Cemetery. And so we will probably take a look at that again. We haven't made the decision to go forward with it.
Right.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to look at this, we have a book up here.
That's it, right?
Which is show.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Add a number on here.
Where is it? Oh, here.
Basically,
I want to set up with that too.
Oh, yeah.
basically they're two columbariums with 48 nooks in each one. So, we have not made a decision on it yet, but we are in the planning stages.
Meeting with Dan Saturday, sorry.
Okay, we're having a little bit of, people notice that we're not 100% with our videos anymore. We're having issues with our video camera. I think I got it figured out again with that one last. For some reason, it's not recording the whole meeting. And then when it does record, it's now in the last meeting we had, it's just very fuzzy. We're going to need a new camera, and I will have prices for that next week or next meeting. So I'm seeing prices from $300 to $1,200. Now the more expensive ones we can actually live stream to YouTube. You can't. I mean, it's not extra.
No, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No,
Well, I'm just saying. But if we want to do that, it's more expensive. If not, we can do this one that we have, and then take hours and hours.
I'll hide over there, I'll send you shows.
No way. That's my name on it.
So I'll get those prices for us.
Okay.
Because we're going to need it. I can't, it takes quite a while to download this on a movie app, and then from that you got to upload it to YouTube, and it takes, and it's frustrating because you really can't see the whole thing until you load it, until you download it on the app, and then you can see how messed up it is, so. Health insurance. Everybody has got their fire form, and that needs to get their fire form. Debbie from Kismerick was going to come today, but there's no sense in it because they don't have any quotes. And so once she gets a quote, she's going to either reach out to you or me, tell us we got the quotes, and then we'll have to send them a special meeting. So I think when are we due? In May?
May 1st.
So.
Oh, wait, yeah, May 1st.
So I will not be on the. I will not be on it. I'm on the young person's medical now. For Medicare, so I never thought I'd make it, but anyway, that's a personal issue. Okay, we'll go to old business. We do know that House Bill 315 is in effect as of today. So we need to contact the BZA, we need to contact the zoning commission. We do not need to spend money on advertising for any kind of hearings, any special meetings or anything. We don't need to spend that money anymore. So we need to reach out and let them know that we can put that on our website and on our Facebook page, and that should suffice. We have electrical project going on at the garages, 99.9% complete. Waiting for the inspector to come out and give us the final permits, and then I guess we can pay for it. Also, we have the signboards. Well, actually, not the signboard. The signboard has some spots in it that are burned out. You know, the big signboard.
Yeah.
So some of those little diodes so that needs to be repaired. So I don't even know who does that, but we'll have to get it fixed sooner or later. And we also got those speed signs to put. And those are still in the boxes, needing to be done.
You use the COVID money for that?
That historic sign out front.
She said spring, I don't know what she considers spring.
We paid for that, right?
Yes. I'll get a hold of her and see when spring is. I still don't understand how they think they're gonna come up and get it. That's part of the deal.
Well, this last email I have is from December 5th. Just to let you know, I placed the order for the refurbishment of the Mantua, or the M marker 1067 today. Swaz Studios will contact you soon. It may be after the holidays as they take time off. About picking up the damaged marker. Please wrap it up carefully so it won't be damaged in transport. They will pick up the marker, completely strip and repaint it, and return it to you when ready. Expected to take between 4 and 8 months.
They haven't even picked it up.
Well,
And they said it was going to be in the spring.
Still got
So I'll
6
get
months.
hold and see when
Do
spring.
you have contact?
I'm going to look. I have folders. Do you have an email you can forward me?
Yeah, I'll forward it. Warmer oven. We could bring up a sort of
We don't have anything on it.
What, we're I think the township should just buy it
I don't want to pick one up.
No, that's all we've asked, we said it would pay.
then
We're supposed to
if
pay,
you
we're
don't want
looking for
to,
suggestions.
John, I see that restaurant, you know those big buildings that they put in on 43? They have a big restaurant, distributors. They may have an outlet store in there, I don't know. Do you have
Oh,
something?
you're looking for the warmer.
This is
Yeah, the restaurant depot it's called.
Restaurant Depot, thank you. I don't know if they have a,
It depends
Store.
how many warmers you want, like 4, 8, Boston Market's got like 14 in each one.
I don't, this is not rocket science.
What do you want to spend? There's all different price ranges.
There's the key.
Buy a warmer where you can put a sheet pizza in there, a couple sheet pizzas in there.
Yeah.
Do you have something?
John, this is the information that Yvonne sent over to Matt a while back.
Oh, Matt had something?
Yeah, according to minutes, he evidently shared the information with you folks. Or at least you, John, on that.
Did you ever see that?
No, I-
Me neither.
Okay, let's do this. Let me.
1794. It's under the 2,000. Depends on the shipping and all that stuff. We already have a resolution up to 2,000.
I think it's better that we just purchase it and buy it and be done with it. If we want to do that, Charlie, I will get some prices and we'll compare for next week and we'll make a decision. Thank you. There are a couple other things that we have in here. We have the insurance binders here for the baseball leagues. I see they were out there today. We have, one of the certificates goes to Crestwood Youth Baseball, softball and baseball, and the other one comes here to Mantua Township. So they're covered and we're covered. Anybody have anything else?
Yes. Didn't you get that signature from my part? That's okay.
Let's do the meeting after I like that. Is it nice? So is the microphone stand nice?
Is it nice? Yeah, it's nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
now I just need a table. No, I need a countertop for the front now.
Wait, there's another box that came in over there. I don't know what that is.
There's a table and then there's a microwave stand.
Want to put it together?
Yeah, I don't think so. Is it put together?
No, it's in.
Oh, all right.
I don't know what it was.
Well, I'll tell Brian at the end, go ahead. Bill.
Last time I moved something, it wasn't supposed to be moved, so I don't.
That was another,
Yeah, unless I'm told.
I'll have that bill tell us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Public comment? Mark?
Yeah, just a couple items for next, second Friday dinner will be the 11th of April on that. And just a side note for what, the information I gave you on what Yvonne researched for the warming oven, we believe that should be able to slide in underneath the fan hood over there next to the sink. And there's an outlet there that used to power the convection oven that used to be in there. And that's where we were thinking the unit would go, you would need to check to make sure that that outlet is on a single circuit breaker, because the specs on that particular oven says it's going to pull 14.5 amps. So, and I think that circuit's on a separate circuit there. For that.
So we should check that out before we buy them.
So this is like a 110 kind of?
Yeah, it's a one-time plug-in,
I mean, it's just a warming up, it's not.
just separate, you know.
Apparently you've never plugged in 5 crock pots at one time.
Well, we typically have anywhere from maybe 5 to 6 crock pots plugged in.
I do know how to run it.
Yeah. We just want to make sure that when the warming oven's used, whoever's using it.
Okay,
It's not
I
gonna be-
get off that, Mark. I really do, and I don't mean to make light of this, but this is going on like for too long. Just buy an oven and get it in there. We'll take care of it. I won't let it go any farther than May 1st.
Okay.
That'll be it, we're done.
Okay.
But I appreciate the work.
Sure. The other thing, any update on the open house, let's say for
No,
the schooling
not yet.
place? Okay.
We are trying to get, I know I'm gonna get scorned for it. We're trying to get a door for
A door for the fiscal
for
office.
the fiscal office. So we can't have the whole thing open. Julia is the fiscal officer, she runs her own office.
Right.
Got a lot of important stuff in there, and when we get the Sexton office in there, and when we get the zoning inspector in there, we're bringing people in there, and we can't.
Yeah, I was just curious.
I just want everybody to know why it's taking so long.
Right, because I know one day I was over there, I think there was a key missing for the front door. You know,
There's still a lot, I mean, we got the alarm, we got the
We
alarm
don't
system.
want anybody to walk on that front porch yet. We haven't even,
No, yeah, we got the alarm system, we're looking at different things. We're looking at a ramp for people wheelchair. We're trying to make it something professional. So.
Okay.
But we do got a firewall, we do got,
you know, that's,
right, we got an enterprise system in there, we got phone systems now. So we're working on stuff, but I know Rome wasn't built in days, so we're
Takes time.
But yeah, we want everybody to come, it'll be nice, once we get it right.
Thank you.
That's it. Jerry?
No, I'm good.
Doris?
I'll wait till Matt gets back.
Oh. I don't know when Matt's coming back. He might be back, maybe.
You might stay in Florida.
But he's got to be back by June, because his daughter's getting married.
I don't know when. No, I'll wait till Matt.
Mary Ellen.
I have a question.
Oh, hold on, Mary, Carol.
Oh, no, I usually sign up just in case I hear something I want to respond to along the way. And I already interrupted you about our ages, so I'm done.
Mary Ellen,
The pavilion, where is it going?
In the ballpark.
by the ballpark.
You know what salt shed is?
Yeah.
The side of the salt shed, in the back of the field. It'd be
So,
by the park.
so in right field, does your insurance company know where you're putting that? You've crossed all your T's and dotted all your I's to make sure that's okay?
Yeah, we're pretty good. It's not going to be in the field of play.
No?
No.
Okay. I used to play ball there. We broke windshields in the parking lot back there. So,
You guys are pretty good hitters then.
I mean, it is a public park. So,
And it's a public pavilion.
right, so you want to make sure that it's
Well,
safe.
yeah, I mean, we will. I mean, certainly don't want
But
anybody to
you're,
get hurt.
it's smaller age groups there.
It's what?
The age groups are a lot, they're under 10, 12. They're little. They're not hitting that far, they're barely hitting into the grass. I've watched a couple of them. the kids who can hit are in the other field.
Okay, I played as a adult on that field up there, that's what I said. You know, I would think that, you know, you would make sure that's not gonna be an issue.
You might have to put roll-up nets on it.
Right, a fence in front of
Like
it.
golf courses, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mary Ellen, we've been discussing this pavilion quite a
well,
while.
I know, but
No,
the
I'm not
placement
saying other than, yes, we have been
yeah,
checking things out.
yeah, I know the placement of it moved, so.
You can stand out there, you hit the ball, and we'll see if it is.
Yeah, not me, but. Right,
Anything else, Mayor?
nope.
Have you been getting updates on Facebook?
Oh, I checked.
Did you see that?
No, I did check though today to see what time the meeting was because I couldn't
Yes.
remember and I found it there, so I was
Yeah, Michelle's been keeping up.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I checked it. That's nice.
I have to start liking the posts in order for them to show up on my feed on a regular basis. That's all part of the algorithm of Facebook.
So what we did was, it was a thing on the Easter for the, at the KFC hall. We didn't do it, but they didn't make a day.
Yeah, they got it. I got a flyer.
So, I have a question for you.
I took the candy already.
It's the day before
Yes,
Easter.
so I know
19?
you are someone involved in the committee for the hike and bike trail.
Yeah.
So is there any new news? Trustees did make a resolution to not put the trail on our.
Yeah, you were here last time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Jason.
So,
I was
keep us in the loop.
I was going to go to the district park meeting. I thought I will start going to their meetings. They're once a month over on Nicodemus Road. I didn't go to the following, this last meeting, but I looked at their agenda, because their agenda's posted, and I didn't see anything on the agenda talking about any of this.
I would think that their next move would have to be to contact you guys. I mean, how the heck can they?
You would think that woman would be sitting in front of us.
Yeah.
Saying, what the heck is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Why aren't you letting us on? Not a peep. Nothing.
That's scary.
It is.
Because that should be their first phone call.
I agree. I agree. And I was asked to cool my jets a little bit, but if I don't hear anything soon, I'm gonna reach out to the park system and say, hey, listen, I don't know what you're planning or whatever, but we wanna let you know, I'll let you know personally that you can't put that on our website.
I do know that the next day, because Randy Ellis was here, he's president of the Mantua Shalersville Chamber of Commerce. Last month he sat right here.
Yeah.
So he was here.
Yeah, but he's just
But
a chamber.
Yeah, but the next day, that next morning, I was down in town. I mean, my name is Mud all the way, all over town because of this. That's okay.
Join the club.
But two different, one was a shop owner. I know I was Jimmy and I were in Jake's restaurant eating. And said hi to the owners like I always do and everything. And one of the owners said, oh, I see you stopped it. Now this is the next morning. And I looked and I said, boy, word got out fast. How did you know this? An email, I think, went out that night. I believe Randy called Edie Benner, and Edie sent out emails to whatever organization so they all knew what happened here and the resolution. So that fast, it was out around town. And, huh?
Well, that means that the park system.
Oh my God.
No, I don't,
Oh, no, I'm we're.
you know what, I don't get any of this, because it's just been silent. You think
Well,
someone
they're
would have
smart.
came here from either yay or nay,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Either
It's
people
scary
there.
because you wonder what's up their sleeve. And I just saw something according to a park district in Solon. I'll have to go find
Was
it.
that Cleveland.com? I was just looking.
Yes,
I read it this morning.
yes,
It's going from Aurora to Solon to Cleveland.
right.
But they did mention Portage County. But I think they did it because of Aurora.
They act like it's already a done deal because they have the grants and everything, so in their mind, it's gonna happen.
You're right. What are they gonna do? They got that grant on the condition that that the township was gonna say everything was okay.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for an excavator to come down
Right.
and then we're gonna have a real serious problem.
So my thinking is at the Portage Park District meetings, which is once a month, it's open to the public. Any of that discussion would probably be an executive session, not in a public, we heard, because does Randy have the resolution? Did he walk,
It's public.
Oh, the resolution?
Yeah, that would all be public.
Yeah, well, they couldn't go in executive session for that.
No.
Well, I don't know, I didn't hear anything, but I know my name is Mud, and at the small shop owner, I went in that next day, and I basically said, hi, am I still welcome in the store? Because it was a very, I can shop other places, it's fine.
Well, we certainly didn't want it to become personal against anyone.
No,
Well, good,
that is
you have
fine.
those for you against.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, but you would think that the against would be here.
So, here, I'll use my time and I'll do this again when Matt is here, okay? Good evening, Mr. Chairman and trustees. To the elected trustees, John Festa, Susan Lilly, and Matthew Benner, I would like to personally thank you for the job that you do. The last 10 months has been a very trying and stressful time for my immediate neighborhood. It turned into a time of meeting neighbors, having kitchen table discussions, and pulling together as a neighborhood for a like-minded cause and concern. I'd like to thank you for the time and the patience and your professionalism during these months as you listen to the community who elected you and whom you represent. At times, there were heated, angry conversations, many concerns, and just outright spouting off. Yet you extended such grace and patience and let us express ourselves sometimes over and over and over. You listened and listened to our concerns and worries. We had many questions and you always got back to us with the answers. Thank you. Our journey as a neighborhood started by accident on Monday, May 6, 2024. It was resolved exactly 10 months later on Thursday, March 6, 2025, with Resolution 29-25. Thank you again for your thankless job that you do. And P.S., when you run for office again, you will definitely have my vote and probably my neighbor's votes.
Thank you, that was very nice. But again, the trustees really didn't want this to turn into other than, the reason that we made, again, the reason we made the resolution was for the safety of our residents. We're all in favor of a park. The park is great, but not.
You know what, you go down Mantua Center Road right now, Pioneer Trail, and you look at the ditches. I put my own culverts in, but you look at those deep ditches and they are full of water from this flooding and this water we just had. Plus the storms coming. But I'm wondering, what does the park district have up their sleeve next?
How are they gonna deal, not to drag this out any longer, but you go down from like, where Mantua Center Road starts, there's telephone poles on the left-hand side, which is Brugman's property. There's guide wires going down into the yard. How are they gonna move all them poles? There's no possible way they can stay within, even close to the right-of-way, or they're gonna have to move telephone poles. And then by your house, before where Soul and Sand used to be, there's a 10-foot embankment there they would have to dig out. I mean, if they really even looked at this to see the cost of what that, they're not gonna do that for $1 million. There's no way. No way.
They have lots of money, we're giving it to them hand and fist.
Well, I think that particular project, they have $1.5 million in grants. That's not even close to
That's
enough
not
to
$1
do that.
million. You can't move those, you can't take people's property
No,
and move those poles on people's property.
I don't know how they would do that, because the poles are probably 10 feet. I mean, you said it was gonna be 16 feet, those poles are probably 10 feet off Mantua Center Road, and they got guide wires and everything else. There's
I agree.
no possible way they could
You
do
just
that.
look at that, and any thinking person would look at that and say, how are they gonna put a 10-foot wide paved trail with 2 feet on each side for drainage?
Then you got Brugman's concrete, this driveway, that's gonna go across there. You got trucks going in and out of there all the time. That's not fair to Mark.
No, you're
All
talking,
I know is the businesses in Mantua and many people on Mantua, their goal is to bring business to Mantua. And they're thinking these people will get on the bike trail from Seoul and Aurora, come to Mantua, buy their coffee, buy their McDonald's, go shopping, make money.
so the whole purpose of opening a business is to make money.
Well,
But the safety of our community is important. I hope they can find a solution. You know, the money that they're gonna spend, they should take, it's not gonna be $1 million.
no business in downtown Mantua is gonna make any more money from that section of bike trail. It's not gonna happen. Anybody that tells you that it is,
But them being quiet is scary.
Yeah,
that's what,
it worries.
the big thing is that the state's involved. The state's name's in that, and that's where the big, in my opinion, that's where
Well,
the big issue is.
we've already got opinions from our legal counsel.
I know.
And they said, and I even went to Columbus specifically for the winter conference to learn more. They said, you guys own
Had the finance set.
You guys own that right away. Whatever you decide is what it is.
Now, I went to neighbors and gave them copies of the resolutions.
Okay, well, we don't want to go too much, but
But
real quick.
like Mark said, he's gonna start watching his back because he's afraid of eminent domain if they try pulling that on.
They can't.
They have to go get Heather Carlton's property
They
first.
can't. The Ohio Supreme Court said you cannot eminent domain for a bike and hike trail. It's already been established. Can't do it. Can't do it. You can't take you can't eminent domain public property for another public entity. You can't, it's not. Private property you can't.
Well, that's what he's afraid of, the old railroad bed that he owns coming through the concrete plant.
I don't think they could do that.
They have to get
can,
Heather
but the front
Carlton's
barrels
first.
just trying to make sure they have to,
No, but I haven't heard
Okay,
anything.
no, and I haven't
And
either.
that's scary though.
And if we don't hear it today, I'm gonna call.
I was talking to, we were up at Sayers today to,
And if that gets arranged, we need to know because everybody else will have a place with everybody is.
No, I get it, I do get it. Okay,
I promise Wendy.
Okay, hold on, everybody, hold on.
working at.
I'll make a motion to pay all of those.
So that's eminent domain, you know, they're not taking farmers' ground,
Yes.
and that's becoming
Okay,
a problem.
all right, Terry.
They tried out in Mahoney.
When I tried to sell you.
I had it happen in the street where I had a business over there. The state was going to claim them. They tried their camp on what they were doing. And it was private, so you don't really have much. Yeah, there's no way. You look, I
somebody, yeah,
Hey,
somebody come there and
congrats on,
sit
congrats on.
so that they could see the truck traffic and how dangerous it was. And they did, but they don't care.
Well,
They don't care.
how far were you guys,
Park
how far were
system
you
is
guys,
all
when you travel?
It is a cult. Yeah, for
They
sure.
guys use nuts because of the
Yeah.
money that they
That-
raise.
that-
Well, and they don't have to pay taxes on it.
Well, you-
Yeah, for nothing, and then they're
Well,
all
you're gonna give me
just
a-
cheap as
you're
down
gonna
to
give me
$2,000
a-
more, it's still just
Right,
$1,000
out of money,
everybody.
yes.
I have.
They got all these farms, and just
Right.
Because those were from Rockland.
Yeah, that's what
The government shouldn't be in the land business.
No, they should not. Like out in the national parks and stuff, the
I'm
farmers
ready to
can
go on that.
use some or the property, but they can't
I
locally
saw
like
things,
this.
it was one state in the United States that over 50% of the property. And then whenever you have to buy property, you can't afford it, but the government's taking your tax money, they're buying that property, they're way overpaying. It's not less than.
Well, where they are putting this new data center down in southern Ohio, they showed up to this door and offered them $999,000 per acre. And they bought, I don't know how many acres, they were like I said the other day, how many acres they purchased. And what is the farmer supposed to do? Say no? If somebody came to me and said, I'll give you $1 million for 1 acre, I'm supposed to walk away from it? Did I hit my head?
Especially nowadays.
Right.
Well, I had a buddy of mine that owned that property down off of Nicodemus at the park system.
That's what they're being rich of.
Yeah,
Well, they paid him double what he paid for
Right.
that property.
Yeah.
Freeport Farms. They paid him double what he paid for it. And he was talking about, you can't replace those buildings, I wouldn't sell them for something.
My other thinking is what they would do, they could come off the railroad, yeah, because they've already surveyed it all the way up to diagonal.
Well, again,
So they could use county roads,
I'm
use
glad you got it.
diagonal.
I was hoping
Yeah,
that you
sure,
did.
they can.
Diagonal method.
Yeah,
Those are county.
right. They gotta walk down the road.
Well, no, they use right away.
Well, we didn't have, remember,
Somebody told me
we already
county
gave you
commissioner said,
information.
type it
We
with
had
like
Eric
road
all over
district
it.
stuff.
We fight with them too.
I think Sabrina is.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is.
On your board or something, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I only met her one time. She was at the girl meeting on Monday night.
Oh, what we talking about?
That was 10-2, that's probably triple the size.
Yeah. People that they eat a little longer, they can I got it one time, honestly.
Well, good talking, you wanted to make a motion to adjourn.
Pay for a building.
Yes.
So I'm home.
Yeah,
I eat it once a month.
yeah.
When you come here.
I don't care by any of this ice cream or, I have no control.
Well, the candy store burned down.
You do roofing?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure, but I'm not the guy that's nailing the shingles in.
I really don't.
Yeah, I called
Yeah.
I might find a quote, rather than one I would have.
And I said, we're tied up till May right now. This is because we're the key for PA, and it's 870 square. They've been on it since October.